What do you do when a business doesn't live up to its promises? Put yourself in this situation. You paid a lot of money for something that you never received, or you hired a professional for a product or service that didn't exactly meet your expectations. Expectations set by that professional. Does that sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. Bad customer experiences resulting from shady or careless business practices are incredibly common, especially in our digital age. And when there's a lot of money that's been spent and you're feeling especially burnt, it can feel easy to get overwhelmed and not know where to begin. But you deserve better. So in this video, Better Business Bureau walks you through the steps and actions that you can take to resolve things with the business and set things right. Talk to the business first. Even the best businesses make mistakes occasionally. That doesn't make them bad businesses, it just makes them normal. If you've had a bad experience and you want things corrected, your first step is just to simply reach out to the business directly. And when you contact the business, remember to stay calm and communicate clearly. Most legitimate businesses don't want you feeling frustrated because of your experience with them. And many times, simply describing your bad experience to a manager via a level-headed conversation can move you toward a reasonable resolution. Remember to have everything ready, including receipts, contracts, emails, and anything else that backs up your side of the story. A detailed timeline of what happened can be super helpful too. Now, when you're organized and have the facts straight, businesses are more willing to get on board with you and help resolve those problems. However, if the business is not responsive, if it ignores you or refuses to make things right, here are the next steps you can take toward resolution. Get BBB involved. Filing a complaint with Better Business Bureau is easy and free, and it boosts your chances of getting things resolved. I know some people feel uncomfortable about the idea of publicly complaining about a business. But hear this point out, because businesses pay attention when BBB gets involved, especially if keeping a good rating matters to them. One of the criteria for better businesses is responsiveness. So BBB weighs responsiveness to customer complaints heavily when grading a business. BBB accredited businesses are held to the highest standards and are required to respond to all complaints in good faith. 100% customer complaint responsiveness is just another way that BBB accredited businesses stand above the rest. Not to harp on this point any longer than I need to, but if you're going to pay a company money or give them your information, don't you want to know that they are responsible, qualified, and actually going to respond to you if things don't go as planned? I know I do. Now, most of the time, filing a complaint is enough to settle things, but if not, BBB can help you take things further and get a fair outcome. Consider mediation and arbitration. If the issue isn't getting resolved, your next steps don't need to be up the front steps of your local courthouse. Before escalating issues via a lawsuit, you might want to consider mediation and arbitration. These options are often quicker, less formal, more cost-effective, and less adversarial than litigation or going to court. Some mediation cases are wrapped up in just a few weeks, and arbitration typically doesn't take long either, especially compared to going to court, which can take several months or even years depending on factors such as the details of your case or the caseload of the courts. So here's how it works. In mediation, a trained neutral mediator facilitates a conversation between the business and the consumer to help them reach a mutually agreeable resolution. Mediation is informal and voluntary. Many see it as a less adversarial option as it's not legally binding or legally threatening. So if you're in a situation where maintaining a customer-business relationship is important, say in a tenant-landlord situation, for example, mediation might be your preferred resolution option. In arbitration, a trained arbiter, a neutral third party, reviews the evidence provided and issues a legally binding decision that both parties must follow. This process is more structured than mediation, but still faster and cheaper than a lawsuit. Now, you can go to mediation and arbitration without Better Business Bureau. However, our services are often less expensive, and if the business in this situation is BBB accredited, then we offer these services for free. BBB mediators and arbitrators are rigorously trained and certified by BBB. Most have legal backgrounds and have been practicing mediation and arbitration for many years prior. Now, these services are neutral, impartial, professional, and confidential, protecting both the business and the customer's privacy. But keep in mind that both sides have to agree to take part. If the business refuses these voluntary methods and you still need a resolution, well, before taking them to court, I've got one more method you can try. Bring in other authorities. Depending on your situation, you might need to or have luck with getting other authorities involved. These are industry-specific groups that many businesses are accountable to, like the Department of Transportation or the local Building Industry Association, which can help apply some pressure to an ill-acting business as long as that business in question is a member or is licensed through one of these organizations. Like BBB, most of these groups offer members certain benefits and help keep them accountable when things don't go right. If things are extra serious, like potential criminal behavior, you might need to involve the local law enforcement. If fraud is on the table, including the Federal Trade Commission or the Attorney General's office is another good move. Whether you turn to a legal authority or an industry authority, these steps can help push the business to act and give you more ways to resolve the issue. But if that doesn't work, if the business won't work with you, won't work with BBB, refuses or ignores your invitation to arbitration or mediation, is not accountable to industry authorities, and did not commit criminal behavior, your options are limited. At this point, you might need to take legal action. Small claims court can be a helpful option for resolving smaller disputes without costly legal representation. Just be sure to check your state's monetary limits to ensure your case qualifies. Filing fees are often lower, but you may want to consult with a lawyer if you're dealing with a bigger claim. While hiring legal help can raise costs, getting advice early can help you better understand what you're getting into and prepare yourself for the process. Getting legal counsel can help you make smarter, better decisions, which is more important when there's more money on the line. If litigation ends up being the route that you take and you find yourself shopping for a qualified, vetted, and reputable legal counsel, Better Business Bureau has a list of them, and you can contact most of them directly through bbb.org using our Get a Quote tool. To wrap things up, when it comes to dealing with disputes, knowledge and patience are your best tools. Knowing what steps to take, keeping good records, and staying proactive can turn a frustrating experience into something more manageable. For more information, visit BBB's Dispute Resolution Services to explore how mediation, arbitration, and complaint resolution services can help you reach a fair outcome with a business. If you liked that, we think you'll like this next video too. If you found this information helpful, like and subscribe. It helps you see more content like this, and it helps us share these free resources with more people. Thank you for watching, and until next time, remember, you deserve better, and you'll find better at bbb.org.